Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here. In this video I'm going to be talking about, is there dogma in spirituality? Looking into the word spirituality, whenever we use that term, we often feel that that is the liberation, that is the direct link, our connection to our spirit, and that when we use spirituality, there should be nothing within the way. There should be no limitations. There should be no conditions. But really, when we're going into the aspect of spirituality, we're understanding what we have firstly put upon ourselves that has actually created dogma. For dogma, again, is just a set of conditions, a set of rules, a set of religious doctrines, perhaps, or again, even just our own belief systems that are really getting in the way. Therefore, it is not the spirituality that creates the aspect of the limitations of the rules, of the belief systems that we therefore apply into our lives. It is what we are able to carry within ourselves through emotions, through traumas, through mental blockages, through barriers within our life that represent that aspect of dogma. And when we have those belief systems and conditions applied, we will discover what we feel is a path based upon what we can relate to. This is why some people will become Christian, why some people will become Buddhist, or will become Hindu, or whatever it may be, because it represents the parable of their own belief systems that have enacted themselves out to create this particular template of going into some type of religious organization, or perhaps being an atheist, or having some other particular type of theme that can best associate to their degree what they feel is the dogma, the conditions, the belief systems that they themselves have applied. But when we're looking into the true nature of spirituality, it simply is that we are in recognition that we are a spiritual being. We are in recognition that we are God, that we are a God mentality, that we are a God essence, that we come from one true God, and that every particular being that comes into incarnation are children of God, are the spawn that represent that of the one true God, and will eventually in some point return back to that oneness of the one true God, of Mother, Father, God, of Source Consciousness, of Nirvana, of whatever you may want to refer to it as. But in order for us to truly understand what is spirituality, it all serves together by being that of an empty vessel. And that is when you obtain the truth. So you can understand that spirituality is just another word for the truth, is just another principle for understanding your genuine, authentic nature. That is the nature of spirituality. That is the term to which it is given. And of course, we may have people who do deem themselves to be quite spiritual, that do put a lot of dogmas relating to that particular path. And because they do put those dogmas in their path, this again is the orientation of the theme, the template that they have assigned to themselves, because there are still beliefs in the way, preventing them from going into the truth. The truth has no particular type of condition. It has no limitation. It is all about being able to be in alignment, to be in oneness with truth, to helping you understand that you are beyond all concept, that you are beyond all idea, that you are beyond all condition. There could be a story that says one person who has spent so much of their life researching and seeking everything that they feel they can be will never experience that spirituality because they have never become what it is that they have sought. So if we spend our entire life seeking, if we spend our entire life performing lip service, and we do not apply everything that we know truth to be, we will remain as that particular person who has not even been able to touch their spirituality because they have been too dogmatized, looking into things that they feel research has given them, seeking has given them, the knowledge has given them, but they have not applied any of that into themselves. This person just becomes a seeker. And a seeker is not able to truly apply truth. They learn about it, they know about it, and they feel that if they hear spiritual teachers or experts coming on YouTube, on videos, if they go to churches, whether it be Christian churches, spiritual churches, if they go and they see some type of guru, some type of teacher, and they just sit down and they just hear what that particular guru, spiritual teacher, expert has to say, I'm feeling pretty spiritual right now. I've heard all of this. I know everything that these gurus, that these teachers, and that these experts have shared. Well, then I must be quite a spiritual person. And then you ask that person, well, have you applied anything to which those teachers, gurus, and experts have said? No, why would I do that? I'm just listening to what they're saying, and so therefore I have an open mind, and I'm just accepting what comes. All right? But you have not applied that knowledge for it to become wisdom. So it's not about the feeling that we just need to sit down and hear somebody talk, right? My intention certainly is not through these videos, just for you to click on the play button and say, here, let's just hear Brad talk. Let's see what he has to share. Everything that I share is based upon self-application of what I've been able to do, of what I've been able to understand, and what I am happy to share, because that is my nature. And if it works for you, that's great. If none of these videos work for you, cast them aside and don't worry about it, right? The important part is that if this in some way resonates you for you to apply truth and become truth, you therefore transcend dogma. So in a way, if you are looking into the aspect of spirituality where you apply it to a state of a seeker, that therefore becomes dogmatic. If you apply anything into life that relies upon the other, to which you only want to be within earshot of what they have to share, that becomes dogmatic. If you put reliance on politics, if you put reliance on religion, if you put reliance on anything within your life that you feel does not require application, that therefore becomes a dogma. It's giving your power to somebody else and saying, I'm going to let them deal with it. I'm going to let them fix my life. I'm going to let them take care of me. Then that becomes the dogma. So regardless, if someone is watching this who they feel is on a spiritual path, or someone who is watching this who is not, the whole idea is that as long as you are able to apply what is genuine to yourself, what you feel is your truth, and you are allowing yourself to live life to the fullest, to the highest degree where you are empty, that is a spiritual being. That is one who may not even be seeking the aspect of spirituality, but they apply so well. They look into their truth and they realize, I know that that's not for me. I know that this is not my truth, and in that way I have discovered my own truth. Then that is a spiritual being. That's what it takes. That's what all this dogma is all about, is when we give our power away. Is when we feel that if another person is trying to uplift themselves, and we feel that they're not doing it the way that we have done it, or something that this expert or teacher or guru has said not to do, yet this person does it, and they reach a state of upliftment within themselves, then we can become critical of them. And saying, hey, you weren't supposed to do that, so-and-so said you weren't supposed to do that, yet you're doing that, and you claim yourself to be uplifted? Give me a break. Right? Then we get into these states of traditional dogmas. Because one particular teacher, master, guru, goes one particular way and feels that this worked for them, does not mean that that is going to work for you. You have to discover a unique path that is unique to you. But even though we have all forms of truth within ourselves, It all leads back into the one source of truth, that you are spirit, that you are eternal, that you are pure, that you are one. That is the ultimate truth. And that all of our pathways in our own unique way lead us to that source. All roads lead back to the source, to that aspect of truth, to the connection to the one true God, to Mother, Father God, to source consciousness, to the absolute, whatever you wish to refer to it as. It's the idea that, as I've talked about in previous videos, that in order for you to understand what truth is, it is unchangeable. In order for you to get to that truth, you have to change. You change until you are no longer changeable. You progress until there is no longer a need for progression. It is the aspect that the ambition dies. As the ambition dies, it's because you have become an empty vessel. You have completely relinquished everything within your life that no longer creates the aspect of a condition or an imperfection to your being. So Brad, what are you saying? Is that when you're pure truth, are you saying that you are perfect? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's no more different than how Buddha or how Jesus put it in that particular way. He who is without sin in that particular degree has understood the truth, has come to the kingdom of heaven, is a son of God, is the Buddha nature, has reached nirvana, right? All of that just really relates back to the one thing, to the one source. It's when you completely let go of everything. Everything therefore dies. Not in the aspect that it has to be violent, but it's the idea that you no longer give meaning to all of these aspects that you felt were dogmatic. And when you therefore let everything die, and you become emptiness, you become unchangeable. You become the purity of truth. Therefore there is nothing you want, nor need, nor crave, nor desire. You simply are. You walk this earth as an anchor. You walk this earth as a radiance of light, because you have perfected yourself to the element of pure truth, and you are shining your light along the way, helping others to realize their truth through the truth that you personally have discovered without dogma in the way, and that is the spiritual being. Thank you everybody for tuning in to New Earth Teachings YouTube channel. Please feel free to visit our website, newearthteachings.com. Private sessions, digital courses, blog, free media, and a lot more. Again, newearthteachings.com. Thank you so much, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the next video. Take care.